So how did I do? Well, as I suspected, I feel awesome. I was able to go to the event. The event was good for my soul. I got a good walk in. I was with community. There was nothing bad about today. I even got some reading done. I didn't think that I was going to be able to do that, but I brought my Kindle with me. And after the event, I read a little bit at the library where the event was, and then I walked a bit and read again at a cafe. So that was pretty awesome. I am proud of myself. I really wasn't wanting to go out today and do anything. Now, that is kind of a slippery slope because you could be wanting to sleep all day or rest or whatever because legitimately you need rest and recuperation from the week. And that can be very true. But the other thing could be true is that you feel this way and you're kind of making it a cage. You're not able to go out and do things because you're kind of defaulting to being a hermit. And whatever a person is struggling with, it should be met with kindness and just grace. And I am no different. Although I might have points where I want to beat myself up about how I don't socialize as much as I should, or I don't go out and have events as much as I should. I try to give myself grace to know that, like, there's another part of you that you really have to take into consideration. And if you go out and you have a great time, but you suffer for the next couple months, is it worth it? I haven't found an event that has been, if I suffer for that long. So I want to keep that in consideration as well. I want to keep that in my brain. So me going out wasn't perfect by any means. I mean, in order to go out, I had to kind of eliminate a number of steps that were just barriers to me being successful today. One of those was I wasn't able to shower. Not that it's been a long time since I've showered, so it's fine that I wasn't able to do that this morning before I left. And I wasn't able to do my hair. Both of those things really seemed to require quite a bit more energy than I was willing to spend for success. Now, success for today was just leaving my home, going to this event, and then coming back. Being able to succeed for today meant that those things could be eliminated. There are other events where maybe they would be more important. The walk there was awesome. It was kind of a sunny and crisp day. It was windy, but it's always windy in the city. It's always windy here. And I'm a little bit of a long distance walker, so it was a little over an hour to walk there and a little bit more than an hour to walk back. So I feel like I got a good amount of exercise in. And yeah, what else can I say about it? I mean, it was a great day to be out. I love the autumn. I love the crunching of leaves. I love the smell in the air. So I got to my location an hour early. I never know quite how long it's going to take me to walk anywhere. I don't really care. I'm kind of late averse, so I will always be early at whatever, wherever I need to be. And where this event was in the library has huge ceilings. There is a whole section that has lots of plants in it. I guess it's called a solarium. And it's just awesome. And in part of the library, there's like a stadium style study area. So you go up 6 steps, and then there's a level for a desk and 4 people to study at. And then you go up another 6 steps, and there's another level that has a table and 4 people can study at. And the wall is glass. So lots of natural light is coming in, and you have like this stadium study area, and it's totally awesome to look at. So yeah, as I was early, it was easy for me to poke around and waste some time while I was waiting. I didn't have a problem there. This building is awesome. So when I lined up for the event, there was a woman in front of me that had a gorgeous coat. If I was going to try to describe this coat, it was very well tailored and obviously well sewn, like the patterns matched on all seams. So it wasn't a shabby job or whatever. And it was a fabric that I could almost clock as part of an upholstery. It didn't seem like fabric that you usually find in an outfit. It seemed more durable. Although I don't want to say that it looked cheesy at all or anything like that. It just looked more substantial as a fabric than what you would usually find in clothing. And I said to the person that was wearing this, I said, your jacket is gorgeous. I just wanted to let you know. And did you sew it? And this person said, no, I didn't sew it, but thank you for noticing. I got this from my mother as a hand-me-down, and I believe that she got it at a thrift store. And I'm like, that is just such an awesome find. I mean, I have never seen clothing like that. I'm not a big clothing person anyway, but stuff like that I definitely recognize and I can definitely appreciate. I don't think I will ever find something like that again. It was an amazing coat. So the event was a sing-along with a community choir, and it was kind of a drop-in situation, and we sang about love and acceptance and a whole bunch of other things, and that just was what my soul needed. From the events that are going on in the world, it's easy, at least for me right now, to feel isolated, scared, and whatever. So singing about these things with community just lifted my soul. It was a perfect medicine for what was ailing me today and helped me kind of find new energy to go through my day. So after the event, I decided to go and read a little bit at the library. And then because it gets dark quick, I was like, well, I want to start journeying home because I want to get some benefits for walking around while it's still sunny. It's still nice out. And so I walked most of the way home, and then I came across a cafe that I enjoy being at. And I just went in to get a chai tea, and I found myself a cozy little corner, and I read for, I don't know how long, probably an hour or so. And then I walked the rest of the way home, and it was a great experience, a great evening. Like I said, I didn't anticipate I would have this as part of my day. It was kind of something that I brought with me just in case, not necessarily something that I was expecting myself to have energy to do. I feel good that I didn't spend another day at home, and I'm happy that I did a thing, even if it wasn't like a huge to-do, that I left my house. It's so easy for me to always be home. So I have to make excuses for me to be out of the home. And that's something that happened since the pandemic. I mean, we all started working from home, unless we were thought of to be essential workers or whatever. And I was one of those people that I could just work from home. And being kind of an introvert, that was fine. I had no problem with that. But then after the first couple years, I noticed that it was hard for me to be not home. And so I started having to schedule myself periods of time where I would not be home. And when I was in Vancouver, that was pretty easy because there was the family dog, and I would just schedule myself midday and after work to take her out. And that, started me at least physically leaving home. Not necessarily being social or whatever. I still had to schedule myself for something else, but at least that kept me in the routine of leaving my home. Now that I live on my own, I find that I have to do that more. I find that it's a little bit more difficult because I don't have that routine of always leaving my home. So this feeling that I have right now of being successful and proud of myself, and I feel pretty awesome, it never lasts. I hope that it would last, but it doesn't. I know that next time I have an event, I'm going to struggle with similar inner dialogue things that tell me that I shouldn't go out or whatever. And I know that I expect that. I give myself grace that that's, my experience. That will be my experience going forward. And at least I can have the recent memory of being successful and doing a thing. And I can have that to kind of argue against that voice that is trying to get me to not go and do the thing. And that recent example, I think, is going to be helpful to help kind of push me gently out of my comfort zone. That's all for me tonight. I hope that you're having the best time in whatever situation that you're in, and I will talk to you later.